Hey guys, it's Christy with ZTLotusTarot. I'm back with your shadow work and healing for the Zen and 10 for the fire signs, and that would be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So if you have, if that is your sun sign or you have those in your chart, this reading may be for you. I'm gonna try my darndest to get done in 10, yo. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So the first two cards that I picked were for your shadow work, and the first one is called, let's see, Peaceful Among Thorns. And basically, give me that picture. And basically what this card is saying is that you're in the acceptance stage of grief, you know? We all experience grief through anything that we've lost in our life, any kind of anything that we've been through that has created a sense of loss in us. We grieve, and so in grief we go through certain stages of grief. The last one being acceptance. So this card is a sign that you're in the acceptance stage of grief, of whatever it is that you're grieving in this moment. The thing I found very interesting about this card is that it was like a wake-up call, okay? Because like a lot of times in our feelings of desperation or our feelings of grief or loss or trauma or anything that we're going through that we perceive that we're grieving, excuse me, throat chakra, um, a lot of people will say like the answer is to choose spirituality. But sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is recognize that not everything can be fixed through spirituality in and of itself. What it does provide for us is the ability to expand our growth, expand our learning process, expand our coping skills, expand our knowledge, expand our resilience to anything that could happen in the future for us. It prepares us in a way for any future losses that we might encounter in the future. So this is about not always like, and this is, and I've loved the law of attraction. I practice it daily. I use it to the best of my ability. But this card is a card of recognizing that we're all not perfect and that there are going to be days when it's not an easy fix. It's not an easy shift in our energetic vibe. Like some days you just don't want to get out of bed. You know what I mean? And yes, you can pray, and yes, you can start to try and shift your thoughts into a better filling place. But sometimes the answer is that you just need to be in bed that day. It's very simple. It's not a spiritual fix. It's just a physical fix. You need rest, or you need, like if you're having money issues, you can pray and you can try and manifest things, and you can, be as positive as you absolutely can be. You can whistle zippity doo dah out of your asshole, right? And like at the end of the day, you just need some money, and that's a very 3D thing that we need and require to put us on a path of, you know, better feeling thoughts. So basically, this is a card of balance, of knowing the difference between when spirituality can become a fantasy, if that makes sense. So like we have to know that it can't fix everything, but it can, in fact, expand our ability to cope with situations that are 3D. You know, we can utilize the 5D in so many beautiful ways and providing hope and faith and healing. But at the same time, there are real 3D needs that we have in this universe. And if somebody isn't capable of shifting their energy to a place that puts them in the 5D, that's okay too. Like that's accepting that we're not perfect. That's accepting that, you know, that sometimes we just have physical needs. We have 3D needs. Like, not everything can be fixed with prayer or faith or spirituality. Sometimes you just need what you need. So no matter what that is, if you're hungry, you need food, and if you need money, you need money. You can pray and you can have faith and you can hope, but if the bottom line is that you need money, it's a 3D need that can't be met alone with spirituality. But what can be met in that is the faith in knowing that things are always working out for you, and that each time you think a better feeling thought, you're shifting your capability to manifest what it is that you do want in your life instead of what it is that you don't want. So this card is a great card of acceptance. Oh gosh, 6 minutes. I'm never going to do this. Crap. I should have called it like Zen 12 or I don't know. Anyway, second card, Parasite. It talks about attachments that are sometimes codependent, or where we want equal give and take in a relationship or in any kind of a partnership or any kind of a workplace endeavor, project, correlation with someone, networking with others, whatever it is. Like, this is a stage of depression. So you may be feeling like some of what you're giving is not being returned to you the way that you feel like it should. And what happens is if we get in this space of like comfort, right? Comfort, and it sounds crazy because you would think that in the realm of depression, it would boost us to get out of our comfort zone to feel better. But that doesn't always happen. What sometimes happens in depression when we're in this, when we're linked to situations that we're comfortable in, it's like we're not able or capable of seeing outside the box of the safety that we've created, even in the trauma or the mess or the chaos or the conflict or the confusion. It's almost become like this blanket of yuck that we can't find our way out of. So basically what Spirit is saying to you in those moments is that you have to begin to unravel what it is that's keeping you stuck. Like, what are the blocks to you finding your way out of toxic relationships, unfair work practices, what is it that's keeping you comfortable? And then facing that unhealthy comfort. A lot of times that has to do with ego, or not wanting to admit defeat in a way. So it's very ego driven, but Spirit says, like, if you get yourself out of those kind of situations by dropping the ego in it, you win in the end. You're looking for a win-win situation where you and another person, or you and your company, or you and your collaboration, you're both getting very satisfaction in a relationship and not feeling so drained from a relationship. So you may be dealing with that. Excuse me, throat chakra. I'm going to throw down a couple cards to see if the story resonates with anyone. Again, if you have Sagittarius, Leo, or Sagittarius, Leo, and who am I missing? Sagittarius, Leo. Of course, I can't remember. Aries. How could I forget Aries? So you may be having some sleepless nights, some feelings of anxiety, some stress, some worry, some burdens on your back that have actually kept you awake at night. They're not like you're not able to sleep soundly. Or if you are asleep, you wake up in the middle of the night and you just ruminate. It's like you're in your head. And, you know, the Nine of Swords is a card of like being in an emotional prison of our own that are, you know, we're fearing a lot of fear involved, swords that are not even touching us. It's the perceived idea that they could touch us at some point that keeps us stuck. And so it's like, you know, you're looking for justice in a situation. You're feeling like this is not what I had planned. This is not going the way I had perceived it was going to go. And Spirit is saying that justice is coming to you. The karmic wheel of fortune is in the upright for you because, you know, they have this gift from the universe that they want to give you. And it's just up to you on whether you're able to move forward and get yourself unstuck from this place in your mind that's based around fear. You know, fear is something that can keep us stuck for years in a situation if we allow it to. You know, we can ruminate and we can worry and we can come up with what if scenarios until, you know, until the next century if we continue to be in a space. You know, if it's needs that need to be met, you need to voice those needs. If it's something that you can use to pray and to meditate and to get yourself out of this feeling of fear and start looking towards faith in the matter, or faith or hope or prayer or you know, trust. If you can trust that everything's going to be okay and that things are working out for you, you know, obviously get your needs met. Voice what needs to be met. Like if you're in a partnership, you need to voice your concerns with your partner on what you're lacking in your relationship. If you're you know, whatever it is, whatever those needs are, meet your basic needs first, right? And then start working on the spiritual aspect of it and your coping skills with it. Because, you know, if that means that you need to start working, like making a better work-life balance or making time for one another or whatever it is in your relationship that needs fixing, that you can tweak as well, you know, things that you can do to be a co-partner in that win-win situation, you know, then that's how you guys have discussions about it. You know, you talk it out. And karmic justice is coming to you. The wheel of fortune is in the upright because at the end of the day, the universe is handing you a cup, you know, an opportunity for a partnership, a soulmate connection, somebody who's going to give as much as they receive, and somebody who's going to meet your basic needs and exceed your expectations, you know, in love. It's a soulmate connection, the Two of Cups. So, and this, you know, yeah, this, I mean, this is something that you can end a cycle of feeling this fear and this guilt and this sadness or anxiety if you do your part in making it a win-win situation. And bottom line, that starts with communication. You have to open a line of communication with your partner to say what it is that you need, what you're looking for, how you're willing to compromise, you know, understanding the other person and knowing that, you know, you can always change the conversation. It's up to you to voice what it is that's lacking, and figuring out a way where you guys can come to a compromise to where you're both happy. So I'm going to pull a self-care card for you guys, and I'm way over 10. So you know what? This ain't the Zen 10 today. This is just the what's going on with the fire signs today that needs healed. So let's see. Ground yourself. Okay? Ground yourself means that you're feeling unbalanced, and it's definitely in these cards that you are feeling that way. Throat chakra. How do you ground yourself? Lots of ways. Connect with the earth, you know? Go outside in your bare feet, and that's super scary in Florida, I'm just saying, and do that with caution. And it's very super scary if you're in a climate where it's like 30 degrees right now. But grounding yourself can be anything from getting near water, getting outside in nature, putting on a parka and going for a walk and letting the snow hit your face. It's about connecting with the things that that will put you in a space of knowing that there is something bigger than you out there, bigger than your fears, and it's a whole universe of life, force, energy that is willing to inspire you and willing to put you in a space of feeling closer to the earth, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when we are in that space of anxiety and stress and worry, it's almost like we're in a fantasy world of illusions that we've created in our own mind of things to fear. Change. Oh gosh, nobody wants things to change. We have a perceived idea of what we want to happen, and when something is not going in our direction, the last thing we want to think about is change. But sometimes that can be exhilarating change, exciting, mysterious, like holy moly, you don't know what's gonna happen. That's exciting. That's curiosity. That's like kind of sexy. So I don't know, like you just have to ground yourself right now. That's what Spirit's telling you. Connect with nature in whatever way you can. I'm in Florida. I'm not going barefoot in the grass because I've come in contact with way too many fire ants to ever do that again. And I miss that so much about the Midwest, is walking in the grass in my bare feet and never fearing what might bite me in the process. But here I get to go on the beach and walk in the sand and let the sand, run between my toes, and that coolness and that feeling of just amazing bliss of being grounded. And I mean, if you're in a space right now where you really can't get outside because of weather restrictions, they do have grounding sheets that you can sleep on that are actually made of material from the earth, that the negative ions actually change your body chemistry. And, I mean, there's so many cool ways you can ground yourself. But basically, the idea is to connect with nature, connect with the earth. There's grounding crystals that you can get, such as, and of course I'm going to blank, gosh, I have it, I'm wearing it. I never take it off. What the heck's it called? Anybody remember what that's called? This is what I do, blank. Anywho, we're on to 18 minutes, so I'm going to move that forward. But there are grounding crystals. Go to your local crystal shop and ask them for crystals that will help you with grounding your energy, keeping you in a space of balance at all times. Even when you're at your most anxious state, these crystals, that energetic flow through your touching your skin is going to bring you to a place of grounding that you need. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say. If there's anything I can give you in messages to help you on your path to healing. I strongly feel like there's such a great connection here that just needs communication. So, communication and compromise, and putting things out there on the table of what you need. Let's see. What are your deal breakers? What are the things that you're unable or incapable of shifting your perspective on. You know, these are conversations you need to have with your partner in order for it to become a win-win situation. Maybe. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. Rumi, freaking love it. So basically, I feel like that's saying the same thing. You know, you're taking a relationship that may be rocky, you know, and you can transform it, but you have to do your part in order to tend to that garden, to tend to that dust, to tend to that soil, to make it so that you can, so something grows there, if that makes sense. Dust is very fertile ground for stuff to grow. So Spirit is saying you have to tend to it, you have to water it, you have to feed it, you have to nurture it, you have to figure out, you know, what you can do to contribute to the healing of it. And that goes for both sides, you know. So whatever side you're on, there has to be conversation, there has to be open communication, there has to be compromise. Sometimes there has to be sacrifice. Whatever it is, it starts with a discussion, you know. So let's see what else. One more. Yes, telepathic communication. So you and your partner might be such strong soulmates that you actually telepathically communicate with one another. So if you feel like this is that type of connection that you're involved in, then, you know, sit silently with yourself and talk. You know, if you meet up in your dreams, then do that too. Have a conversation, you know, hash it out, in the 5D if you have to start, you know, to practice. But you have to at some point bring it into the 3D in real life where you can make change occur within that relationship. One more. Workplace affair, getting caught up. I don't know. I hope not. Here's my, okay, if that's the, listen, I just do what Spirit throws out there. So let me say this. If there is a workplace affair going on with somebody in this dynamic and you're depressed and that's what's going on, somebody needs to have the respect to allow something to end. Do you know what I mean? Give somebody closure. That's the biggest part of deception that creates long-term hurt, is the knowing that for that you're deceived and that somebody didn't even have the respect to say, like, listen, I just don't want to be with you, you know, like, it's fine, just, you can tell someone that you just don't want to be with them. I mean, if affairs are your thing, I mean, I don't know, you need a lot of healing, but it's like, why not just be done with the person that you're with if that's what you're planning to do or that's what you're doing. I definitely do not support any kind of Seven of Swords BS on this channel. So go tell whoever it is that you don't want to be with them anymore. You know, be a woman or be a man and just say, I want to be with someone else, or I want to be single, you know, whatever it is. You have the capability to voice what it is that you need or want. And until you can do that, until you can get out of that space of until you can learn how to make relationships a win-win situation, you know, till you can heal that part of you that doesn't allow you to speak your truth for whatever reason, you do or should at least have the courtesy and responsibility to tell another person your motives. You know, like, yes, I want a relationship. No, I don't want a relationship. I want to be single. I need to be single. You know, like whatever it is. I'm having an affair. I've met someone else. I'm interested in someone else. I've started to have feelings for someone. I don't know what's going on there. You know, like whatever it is. Um, but getting caught up, maybe this is a warning for someone. Like if you're doing something at the workplace, you're about to get caught up. So maybe that would be karma served on a platter. I don't know. I'm just saying. So whatever it is, one more. Hopefully something, please, dear God, something good. We're not doing that. Nutritional support needed. I don't think nutritional support is going to help right now. One more. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe that's part of what you need. Okay, so the last one that came out was nutritional support is needed. Vitamin and mineral deficiency is present. A 24 to 48 hour cleanse or a fast with prayer and meditation could be beneficial for your cells. Healing is needed. And you know, spirit is guiding you about nutrition and healing and fasting and prayer. And it may be because of this workplace situation that you may or may not be dealing with. But you have a soulmate connection here, and it's pretty freaking amazing. So I would definitely put in the work on trying to mend whatever it is that needs mending. Do your part to make your relationship a win-win situation. That's about all I got for you, fire signs. Getting a little too fiery. Hot to handle. So I totally went over the 10 minutes. This is now a 27-minute video. I apologize. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if you liked this video, if it helped you in some way, if you felt like you'd like to see more content on my channel, just like, subscribe to my channel. That is going to help me to get more videos out and to get a bigger audience. So I'll also put links in the description box for some of my nutritional products that I do also carry that we can discuss via my email, and I'll put that in the description box below, as well as my Cash App if you would like to donate to help my channel grow. I would really appreciate it. Show me some love. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon, fire signs. Bye for now.